Palworld has tons of milestones in its extremely dense survival progression, but one major mid-game milestone is gaining access to a ton of hardwood. This is a valuable type of wood that unlocks a whole new tier of craftable items and facilities for your base. But if you're unsure where to find hardwood, or how to farm it reliably, then here's everything you need to know. Well, first, what's hardwood to begin with? Just like the many ores you find in different biomes throughout Palworld, hardwood is a type of lumber that starts showing up in higher level areas. But unlike big chunks of rock like coal or sulfur that announce themselves the second you enter a new area, hardwood can be, well, a bit harder to find, I suppose. They just look a little bit more like trees. It's not even immediately clear which trees give hardwood, as sometimes they look like weird stalky trees with a few branches in the desert, while other times they're very obviously cherry blossom trees. The best rule of thumb though is that if you're in an area where enemies are over level 30, try giving a nearby tree a whack with your axe and see what falls out. There's a pretty good chance it'll be hardwood. One such area is the Twilight Dunes, a desertous area west of where you'll see the Anubis boss icon, if you've ventured out that far. Here, you'll find plenty of hardwood to lop off and bring back to your base. But how exactly do you farm enough hardwood to keep your stockpiles full and automatically renewing? Well, that's a different challenge entirely, and there are a few ways to go about it. The first strategy is the hacky do-it-yourself method, which is to find an existing fast travel point that's right next to hardwood and fast travel there every time you're in need of it. So long as you remember which fast travel point is your preferred spot, you can instantly appear in the area, fill your inventory with the stuff, then leave. Now this is very easy early on and requires little to no setup, but it's not exactly the most efficient way because it requires your time and effort every time you run out of the resource. Now, a more efficient strategy is to find a place that has lots of hardwood in the area and build a satellite base there. Now, this does take a little bit of setting up to do, as you'll need to put down roots there at least a little bit. A source of food and food tray for your pals, a couple of beds, maybe a hot spring to keep everybody sane. Then all you need is a chest for your pals to store the hardwood in. If you've reached level 40 already, you can build a guild chest so that all of your hardwood will become available at your main base without you having to go and collect it yourself. With all that in place, just drop a few pals into the base with the lumbering skill, and they'll automatically start chopping down all the trees every time they respawn. Finally, and most efficiently, there's the logging site too. Now this nifty facility becomes available at level 43, which is definitely its biggest downside. But it's worth the grind as it lets you build an infinitely renewable source of hardwood right in your base. All you need to build it is 100 hardwood, 50 stone, and 20 paldium fragments. Once it's placed in your base, any pals with lumbering will hack away at it in their spare time. If you want, you can even assign specific pals with good lumbering stats to this facility to keep a steady stream of hardwood coming. Now, it's important that I tell you that the logging site 2 takes quite a bit longer to generate hardwood than chopping down trees, so this might not be the method for you if you're in a rush, but it does give you a consistent option that's just going to trickle in the resource over a long period of time. And once you've got one of these bad boys set up, you'll most likely be able to stop thinking about hardwood altogether, having plenty of it come to you while you concern yourself with other things. Keep in mind that only 3 pals can work at a logging site 2 facility at once, so if you want more pals dedicated to this activity, you should consider building more than one. And there are all the best tricks for how to farm hardwood in Palworld. Which resource are you having the most trouble keeping in stock? For me, it's hardwood. Let us know in the comments and maybe we'll make a guide for that too. And for everything else, stick with IGN.